Hope you're all having a good night. Um, I forgot my own intro. Anyway, welcome to the Bear Den. Hope everyone's doing well. Eek! Ugh, tripods. Gotta work with tripods. Anyway, welcome in. I hope everyone's having a good day. Let's try and keep it light in here, okay? We've all seen the news all day long. Let's just keep it cool. But I wanted to jump on here and say hi and hang out with you guys this evening. Hi, Ron. How we doing? It was a strange day here in Western New York. A gentleman in my town, well, next town over technically, decided to shoot one of his neighbors with a crossbow. So I do believe this is my town's first murder this year. Maybe second. I think it might be the first, actually. So it was big doings in Western New York or my town today. But that is all I'll say of that matter. But that was kind of different. Let's see what else has been going on. What did I do today? I went to the Dollar Tree with my mom and got some balloons for my brother's partner's birthday. Some of the balloons in there are up to $5, but it's still, I guess they're still the cheapest place to get balloons. Walmart doesn't always have a lot of balloons in my area, and there aren't any more Party Cities or anything like that. No WhatsApp, dear son. None of that business. Yeah, definitely. I was pretty edgy going out today, but um, it was alright. So we went to McDonald's for lunch, and McDonald's has like these meal deals. They're all different prices now, depending on what sandwich you get. You used to have a $5 deal, which you could get like a McChicken or a McDouble, and now they're all the McChicken's 5, the double cheeseburger's 5.50, and the daily double 6. It's all so strange to me. Like I don't really get out a lot, so I'm always every time I go out, I'm just kind of like shocked by prices and stuff. But this evening, Joe went down to Pennsylvania to go see the Wallflowers, which was a '90s rock band. They were playing in one of the library theaters down there. I guess it's a smaller venue, and it's just funny to think that a band that I listen to is small enough to be in a library venue now. But so he is down there, so I'm just kind of chilling out while he is gone. I got the cat down on my footrest, so I haven't been able to. Well, I could move if I wanted to move the cat, but we all know how moving the cat goes if we have cats. But, ugh, mouth. So, that was pretty much the extent of my day. I have not worked on any of my shorts at all. I watch a lot of art YouTubers, and they all arts and crafts YouTubers, and they all post Friday. So I joke and say I'm catching up on my soaps on Friday, but I'm really just watching art channels on the big TV. So that is how I have spent most of my day. What's everybody else doing tonight? Anything good? I've kind of had to like stay off social media a little bit. So I haven't been on as much lately. Just kind of necessary to take a break here and there. Go out and touch grass, so to speak. One thing I've been thinking a lot about is pictures. And how a lot of people don't do like photo albums and stuff anymore. Um, I think that's something I'm going to work on in the next little bit is getting all of the pictures I have on my phone or in the cloud or Google Photos or whatever. I think I want to work on getting them like in hard copy just so I have them. And I want to take more pictures like with my folks and stuff. Hey VM, I'm doing good. Because pictures have kind of gone through a weird development. Like, when I was a kid, you'd get your picture taken, like, at Christmas time in front of the Christmas tree, and at Easter in your Easter outfit, and, just special occasions, really. And I definitely want to get, like, some pictures of the people I have in my phone off my phone and in hard copy. I don't know if I want to do like an actual photo out, like not scrapbooking, but um, more like the old-fashioned photo albums. Not that you can't apply creativity to photo albums. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just that's just kind of not how I want to do it. But I was because when I was with my mom today, I was thinking that I had remembered we had a lot of old family movies on VHS because one of my uncles was really big into the video cameras and stuff, and so he'd record all of our family Christmases and stuff. And no, I just want a physical copy. I like having something in my hands I can, you know, hold on to. I mean, I'm old enough that I'm from the era before everything was digitized, so I I've been feeling nostalgic for stuff like photo albums and VHS tapes. I don't even know if any of us have a VCR anymore. I actually do, but I'm nervous to put anything in it because I don't know how well it works. I do have a VCR and DVD combo because this time of year, every holiday like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, on VHS, I have all the Charlie Brown specials because you have to pay to watch them now. They don't just have them on regular TV like they used to. You know how they'd come on like one day or one night, you'd turn on like NBC or CBS or whatever, and they'd play the Charlie Brown specials. Well, Now, with whoever owns the licensing or all that, they're on Apple TV or one of the streaming services that I don't have. And so I fire up the old VHS for the Charlie Brown um, tapes, and um, the Christmas Eve on Sesame Street's my favorite one to watch. Every Christmas Eve, I watch that. I'm 40 years old, 42 years old, and I still do that. It's just something I've always done since I was little. And there's something about traditions that bring comfort, where, you can remember every Christmas that you've done something from the time you were in your little footy pajamas to when you lived out of state and as an adult, and, watching it for the first time with your nieces and nephews if you're me. Hello, guys. How are you? But there's something comfortable in rituals and tradition, and that looks different for a lot of people. And um, so I'm just always interested to hear and what other people do, like traditionally for holidays, whether it's holidays or seasons or birthdays or whatever. I think it's kind of neat to see how different families do different things. And, with fall time, more of the holidays are coming and stuff. So, just things that have been on my mind lately. But I also think it's important to have a digital footprint as well, which is kind of why, I don't know, I think it's important to like leave a footprint of yourself digitally too. So that way, in times down the line, people can hear your voice and uh, know what you were thinking at different times in your life. Um, so I think vlogging is kind of important now just because the medium has turned differently, but also I keep thinking I want to get back into like keeping a day-to-day diary as well. Oh, that's good, Johnny. Every year it was pajamas. Yeah, that's kind of cool. My sister-in-law's family does that as well. They all open their Christmas pajamas on Christmas Eve, and I want to say they watch a movie, but I can't remember what it is. And they have some sort of special treat, and all the grandkids do that still on Christmas Eve. We also have in our family, we have the underwear elf. Everybody gets like a package of socks and underwear on Christmas from my grandma. I don't know why, but it's just something silly our family does. I'm good. Um, Just kind of randomly talking about stuff today. Oh, the Yankees. I don't know if I acknowledged that the Yankees beat the Red Sox, but uh, in my house, my husband is a very big Yankees and a very big Steelers fan. This is that weird time of year where baseball and football are kind of overlapping, I guess, and I always get confused about which season it is. And hello! I might end this, after I do this stream, I might do a music stream. But I wanted to get on here and talk for maybe an hour and then do music. I cannot see what flag that is. But if you're asking where I'm from Western New York in the United States. Right. But so, I'm sorry. Well, that's simply terrible. I hate to hear anyone's in a bad mood. Oh no. I hope it turns up. How do I? That's one of my mom's favorites. It's a one, or maybe that's Dad's favorite. It's one of my parents' favorites, and so we usually watch that. Is there a way to use? Do they sell replacement remotes? That's really frustrating to lose something. We had we had this string of bells that went around our door at Christmas, and they had a remote, and nobody can find it. So now we can't hang the bells around the door because they don't even make a replacement anymore. Hello, Lisa. Um, for Halloween this year, I think we've kind of slowly been gathering stuff for our different. We do a candy bowl, and then we do a bowl of like little trinkets, like stickers and stuff. I think we have enough for the, I'll call it the trinket bowl. Um, you might need to get a few more things. And I haven't seen any more Halloween crafts on the craft channels that I've watched that I really want to make this year. Um, a couple years ago, I made, oh, nice. Welcome from Brazil. A couple years ago, I made like a cage out of two laundry baskets, and it has like a little skeleton in it, and we call it Bruce, and it hangs from our tree. So, I made that, and the last couple years, I tried to make like individual headstones for the yard, but I really need to use like different material or double up on material. I should have got more foam board at the Dollar Tree today, but I didn't go in. My mom just went in. I was not I was not all about going in public today. Like I sat in the car most of the day. Oh, that's awesome. I think that's the coolest thing is to see them like shed their skin. Sissy, good evening. How are you? But where was I? Good grief. I can't keep my thoughts together today. It's just been a really weird few days. I have a lot of paperwork I need to do over next week. Um, I start PT for my knees, and well, one knee, two knee, whatever, they're all the same. Anyways, I had a very unsatisfactory sub. It was, now I asked for mayonnaise on this sub, my bad, but they put so much on it that, like, it was just a ridiculous amount. And it just spun me into a dimension of angry I was not prepared for. Because I worked in food for many, many years, and I lived by a very simple philosophy that if I wouldn't eat it, I wouldn't serve it. And apparently, that's not how people do things. So I ate half of it because I was hungry, but I was mad at the other half, so I just threw it in the fridge. And then I had Cheez Its because Cheez Its don't lie to you. Cheez Its are exactly what they are. Do I like milk? I use it in things, but I usually don't just chug a glass of milk. Like, I'll use it for like Oreos or mental note to self. We really need to post that short that we've had in our. I have two shorts I need to post, but anyways, I do like some milk. Chocolate milk's my favorite, but I understand, Sissy. I would not have been able to watch that. I would have gotten too upset. I've kind of been avoiding the news just because it's just too much sad. The most useless thing I know how to do. Oh. I would say at the moment, in write in cursive in frosting. So I can write on a cake. Like I can write happy birthday, whoever, and make it look okay. But I don't have much occasion to do that anymore, so it's kind of a lost skill. I too love chocolate sissy. Although I tell you, as I've gotten older, I don't crave it like I used to. Like, I gotta be in the mood for it. Whereas years ago, it was like, oh, chocolate, yes. Now I kind of gotta be in the mood for it. Would I rather burp glitter or fart confetti? Burp glitter. Are you married? Yes, I'm married, and I am 42. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. What's in that random thing in my handbag? I think I have a sewing kit in there still. So I would say a thimble is probably the most random thing in my handbag. Dun, 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 dun. I need to go through my purse and make sure I have a pen and a notebook in there. I haven't cleaned that bed boy out in a while. The cats. Oh, I have many things I need to do. None of which I want to do. Got the paperwork to do for PT. Got a couple of medical bills to argue. No, I don't have kids. Um, I'm not sure about that. I think if everybody is required to wear it, then yeah. Um, Not that it serves a purpose, but I'm not sure what. I can't remember what the actual code was. But if you have, like, I never understood this, but like some of the places I worked, okay, you had to have a hairnet on. But guys would have these out of control beards. Like, I would think your beard would be closer to the food than your hair, but I think people should wear beard guards too. But I would say, out of abundance of caution, yes, they probably should still wear hairnets. Have I ever swallowed toothpaste? Yes, I have, and it's not a very comfortable experience. um, you know how when you get a sore throat, um, if you don't have chloroseptic, they tell you to gargle with salt water. Um, every time I gargle with salt water, I throw up because it's like a little drips down the back of your throat, and then it's just like insta throw up. But like, I've swallowed toothpaste while using it, but I've never opened up and like been like, ah, not that. Need a reaction. Come on, baby, let me just one look. Can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark. Um, I would say I've never really thought about it, but I they are hair, they're on your face, so I guess. I don't think I would consider eyelashes hair though, because they're kind of different. But maybe not. It's a type of hair, I guess. Come on, baby, give me just one look. Can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark. This comes fire. You too, Sissy. It was nice to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Oh, we are having a conflict of interest. Okay, I need to get up. not sure. Even in the other languages, 11 has its own word. Um, like in Spanish, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 have their own word. And then when you get to 16, it's 10 and 6, 10 and 7. I don't know why it's not 10 and 1 for 11. But I think it's that way in Italian too, and Tagalog. I'm having a live stream, Wise. What are you doing? I'm having a live stream and letting the cat take a nap. The actual cat. I'm not being sick. Well, that's subjective. But thank you. That was a nice thing to say. Oh, Lord. I never should have said that. I don't know why I did. Oh, goodness. Why not? You got me there. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly was not feeling as such. Um, it was mostly a good day. There were parts that could have used some improving. I could have done with a better dinner, for sure. And 3:15 to 5 was a little dicey, but after that it wasn't so bad. I ended up taking a nap after dinner while I was watching. Um, I don't remember who I was watching. I was watching one of the art channels on the big TV, and I fell all the way asleep. Sarah Renee Clark, the Australian gal who does coloring, I was watching her, and I fell asleep. The cat and I are enjoying our day very much. She is asleep right between my knees. I had to move her a while ago. She was displeased. But then we both got up, got a snack, went to the bathroom, and then came back. I have been lazy lately. Lazy, lazy, lazy. I need to clean off my tables. They're driving me nuts. Maybe that is what I will do tomorrow. I I should cook something. Fantastic. I always like good company. Nobody really comes to visit us except my parents and occasionally my brother. Which reminds me, I need to message my niece. Niece as plural. I haven't seen either of them lately. It was funny. My little nephew, my mom showed me um, a paper my little nephew wrote where they asked them a bunch of questions the first week of school and whatever. And one of them was, "What are you going to do this weekend?" And he wrote, "Plain as day, sleep." Like, it was funny. I'm like, "Yep, he's ours." Um, well, at least he's my nephew. I am very pro nap. Thank you. I already kind of answered that, but it's okay. Ugh. So, I am not sure. I am not sure what my plans are at this particular moment in time. I think I'm going to stay on here about 20 more minutes and then I'll do a music stream, howsoever brief it may be. Maybe not too brief. I don't know. It's Friday. Anything's possible. I don't like to commit to, okay, it'll be a long time, and then, I don't know. But I really need to get myself together. Ugh. 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 Mm, that hurt. Moving in that particular direction was delightfully uncomfortable. Mm. Mm. Hershey bar. Gosh, I don't know what else you would pick besides that. Guess two more. Okay, a Mr. Goodbar and a Snickers. Aw, man. The only reason I said Hershey bar first is because you said you wanted that yesterday. But I figured it was something with peanuts. That's why I said the other two. Yes, it is. I found that to be ridiculous. Because they call it sharing size. I have never shared a large Snickers bar in my entire life, by the way. Man, I remember when those were like $1.50. Now a king size is like $2.19. Hurts Mary's wallet. $2.79 at the gas station. I'm just like, I will not be buying this here. Last 2 weeks ago, I think, we got like a whole 6 pack of full size candy bars. Oh, what'd you make? That actually sounds really good. I don't know what I want. I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want. I have like 3 different things of leftovers I could pick from. None of which I want. I really can't get up anyway, because then I'd have to move the cat. And she'd be mad. Do, 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 do. I don't know why I'm humming the 18 theme song, but it seems like the thing to do. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm not sure. I froze. I ran out of topics. But I definitely Was very bitter about the amount of mayonnaise on my sandwiches today in my travels. And I went on a food rant about how that was not cool. What did I learn about today? I read about something and now I don't remember what it was. Nope, I froze. Oh, I was watching a thing about Van Gogh. Van Hoff. I also learned I can't. Oh, I know that's a song, but I don't know who it is. I think it's a song. I don't really travel as much as I used to. Um, I do like to travel and I like to see new stuff. But if I could travel anywhere without having to get a passport, I would like to go to Europe at least once. Um, my high school actually offered a Europe trip, but like there was four of us. My folks didn't have the money for all that, you know? And so if money were no object and I could go anywhere, I would like to go to Europe and see Ireland and Sicily and Italy and maybe Germany and see some of the war monuments and castles, and definitely would want to see the castles because castles are really pretty. And but in the United States, if I could go anywhere, I would love to go back down south. I There's a lot I would want to see, like along the coast and stuff. And I'd kind of like to see some of the places I used to live and just see what they look like now. And there's a couple of people who've died whose graves I haven't seen, and I kind of want to go throw some flowers on, say hi. Um, and of course, there's somebody I really want to see, but haven't been able to yet. And then, if I could go anywhere else, where would I go? I want to see some of the stuff in the Midwest. You know, I kind of think I want to watch him today. I think I'll do music after him. He probably won't be on long. So, I will be over in 6 minutes. I'm going to end in 6 minutes. You can do whichever. It's okay. I don't know how much brilliant stuff I'll say in 6 minutes, but you never know. Um, Anyways, I was talking about where I traveled to in the US. So I covered down south. Um, I always wanted to go to New Mexico for no particular reason. In fact, the last time I was contemplating leaving New York because I have that conversation with myself at least once every 5 years where I just don't want to live in New York anymore because things are things are different here in a way that doesn't always sit right with my soul. So every so often I have to get out of here for a little while, which is probably why I moved so much. But anyway, the last time I was gonna leave New York, um, which was probably 9 years ago, I was gonna move to New Mexico. In particular, a town called Truth or Consequences, for no other reason other than I liked the name. I had read about it somewhere, and I decided that that was where I was going to go and where I was going to start my new life for no particular reason at all. I didn't know a soul in New Mexico. I knew nothing. Um, I had only ever seriously looked at going to New Mexico one other time, which is when I was thinking I was going to go to grad school, but that didn't end up happening. And so that was my big plan is I was working at Walmart at the time, so I could have transferred anywhere in the country. So anyway, that's where my love of New Mexico came in, but I've never seen it. I also kind of, at one point, wanted to travel down I 90, which is the nearest big interstate to my house. And I wanted to just go all the way down I 90 and see where it ended for no particular reason at all. And um, I kind of want to see the town where one of my childhood favorite musicians grew up, um, which is in Aberdeen, Washington. I don't think I'd want to stay there real long though, because it's kind of like New York and it's pretty crazy there. And then I would like to go to Alaska at some point. Yep. Um, I think it goes like 10, 20, 30, 40, up to 90. And then something about the ones that end. The zeros run east to west, and the ones I think are north to south, and the fives are north to south. I might be wrong on that, but yep, you're right. There absolutely was a design to the interstates. I don't remember the particular like because the triple numbers will take you back on the same interstate. Like, for example, 485 in Charlotte will take you right back onto 85. And 990, or wait, I have that wrong. 190 and 290 up in Buffalo will take you back on I 90. They kind of loop around. 990 is real. I didn't make that up. That's just near Syracuse. But anyways, my friends, I am going to sign off for now. I will be back on in a little while. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button right up there. Please like the live stream, and I will see you guys shortly. Thank you for dropping by the Bear Den. Bye.